This week on the Spotlight, Paul Gasol talks about being a Chicago Bull, an interesting change for him. Jimmy Butler, he's been a Bull for a while. He talks about that too as the Bulls play basketball. Paul Konerko is done with the White Sox, and here is a few last moment conversations on the Bears' loss to the Panthers in disappointing fashion this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 25th year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to Calabria Imports. That's where I go for Italian food, deli food. Mention this TV ad and get 10% off. Catering and sandwiches. It's at 1905 West 103rd Street. They have great stuff, and you should get it at Calabria Imports. Wax on, wax off. Great salon and spa. Haircuts for men, women, head to toe, nails. 312-226-1473. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. The T-Wax Company does real estate investments. They want you to buy Chicagoland properties, providing profit opportunities since 1985. Call my friend Mr. Thomas at 773-456-3057. Make some money. Call 773-456-3057. Union Park Bar and Grill, open at 11 a.m. daily. Huge full bar, tons of screens, great sandwiches and appetizers, great staff, a parking lot, daily specials, always fun at Jackson and Racine. Every time I go to Union Park, I have a great time. So go there, Jackson and Racine, lunch, dinner, you name it. Lisa Davis Insurance and Tax Services at 107th and Western specializes in rollovers, tax recovery, tax resolution. They have insurance, auto, home, life, and business. You can call them at 773-873-8977. Lisa Davis for all your financial services. Amelia's Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner daily at 46th and Halsted. Le Mode Cerdo, Portrero and Mar, Ceviche al Limon, Salmon al Carbone, new cocktail menu, margaritas, martinis, and sangria. Great stuff at Amelia's Bar and Grill, 46th and Halsted. You'll be glad you went. Yes, I'm at the free throw line at the United Center. Too bad I don't have a ball, because I'd be knocking them down about 60%. Let's talk about the Bulls in the exhibition season. A very interesting chance to get a look at some people that we haven't seen in Chicago uniforms before, like Paul Gasol. Certainly a veteran of 16,000 NBA points, but not in this conference. He meshed well at times with some of his new teammates. There's a lot of young ones, and he has some very interesting thoughts about playing with the veterans, Derrick Rose, and the new guys.
How would you describe your first experience at the United Center with this team?
It was positive overall. Team got a good crowd out there tonight for the first preseason game. I think the energy and the hustle was there. Good attitude from the guys. We just got to be a little sharper. But you would expect that out of first preseason game. So just got to keep working and smooth things out.
Excuse me, what's it like having Tom Thibodeau for your first time on the court?
Well, this is good. It's been, it's a learning process. But we all try to do our best to kind of absorb everything, myself, and it was a good experience. I mean, obviously we would have liked to win, even if it is a preseason game, but it didn't happen tonight. Hopefully we'll do a better job tomorrow night.
How you've been watching Nikola in the gym for the last week and a half. This was our first glimpse. Is this how he's played for the last week? in the gym. Pretty good out there.
Yeah, look good. He played well. Started a little tight, but then once he loosened up, he played really well. So no, he's a guy that can shoot the ball extremely well, as we saw, and then he plays basketball really well. Good IQ, puts the ball on the floor well, makes plays. Defensively, I think he did a good job as well. So yeah, good first game, but it's a long road.
How do you feel about your role as mentor to him? It seems like a logical person that he's looked up to you, and I could see you taking him under your wing.
Yeah, I try to make this season a little easier for him, and hopefully give him some tips and advices here and there, so he can learn faster. He can not put too much pressure on himself at times and not get down, because it's a long season. So just got to keep working. The guy is hungry, has a lot of potential, and I think he'll be fine. But I'm here for him just to support him.
Were you surprised how intense this game was for a preseason game between?
I like it. Yeah, it's good. I think it's good. I think it just sets the tone of what we expect out of ourselves, and and how we're going to react to certain things. So I like the feistiness and the physicality.
What did you feel about your experience and where you fit in with that group you played with?
I think I fit in well. I think I got to do a better job getting better positions in the low post. But once I got him, guys move without the ball really well. Cutting, Jimmy did a great job cutting. Mike is always going to be a threat outside. Donlevy, and then Joe and Taj are, just I'm going to find them if their man helps. So Derek played really well, really explosive. So I think we got a great mix of guys. Just really, and we play unselfishly. So that's the key to all.
How are your thoughts on the way that Derek looked after his first game in a Bulls uniform and almost a year after the injury?
Right. No, it looked really well. Explosive, aggressive, decisive, and effective. So really positive, I think, performance by Derek tonight.
With all the young players, and you're used to having a lot of veteran players around you, how does this change your role, and is it a test of your patience when they're not where they're supposed to be on the floor?
You know what? No, I mean, I think my patience is not going to be tested with a group of guys that just works for each other. And you might make mistakes here and there, but when you're doing it in an unselfish way, it's nothing that is going to be too frustrating for anyone. So we just got to, like I said, keep having a few more games. All this preseason is going to be preparation for the season to get us to the level that we want to be at, and we have a lot of work to do still.
When you signed on to come,
We will have more of Pau Gasol coming up. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. They come to you. You call them at 773-908-6081. Lowest prices, new and used. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll do your windshield, back window, or sides. They did a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they come in and finish it up. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. Nuevo Leon, for the best Mexican cuisine since 1962. Serving every day from 7 a.m. to midnight. Conveniently located 1515 West 18th Street,
just a block east of Ashland in Chicago. Of course, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a wide range of menu items. Everything from steak, seafood, to breakfast, to chicken, pork, dine-in, carry-out, tacos, enchiladas, everything you can imagine, and great quality in Nuevo Leon, 1515 West 18.
We're back in the spotlight. We're talking Bulls basketball. And Mr. Energy, I like to call him, because he certainly plays some big-time minutes and has the last couple years, because Tibbs likes his effort. And that's Mr. Jimmy Butler. He had some interesting thoughts and was involved in a few physical jam-ups in this game, and also had some impressive shot blocks, which was a sidebar to this game. The Bulls had 7, and at least 6 of them were spectacular slapaways. I guess really a shot block can be for show, but the ones for dough are the ones that you keep possession of and take down to the other end. But anyway, Jimmy has a wide range of thoughts, including his weight, which I never thought was a problem.
What do you think about the big man play, Kyle, Joe?
Man, huge. They bring so much to the table on both ends of the floor. I'm excited. I mean, it's going to be a big year for us.
How do you think Derek looked in his first game back in almost a year?
Like Derek, doing what he does, make the game look effortless, and scoring the ball, getting up and down. I mean, it's good to have that guy back.
When people were talking about him struggling during Team USA, you probably watched those games. No big deal.
It's basketball, you know. You have off nights sometimes, but it's just like people are gonna over-exaggerate everything anyways. But he's back, man, and he's feeling good. He's confident. I'm glad for him.
Jimmy, you probably answered this already, but some people were wondering that this didn't look like a early exhibition with some of the rough stuff out there, and you found yourself in the midst of some of that. What's your thought about how the game went that way?
I guess I'm in the midst of everything now. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I just need to go back to tone ball. But I just think nobody plays to lose. So if it's a preseason game or, you know, in the playoffs, everybody wants to win. Nobody wants to lose. So I think that's where it all comes down to.
Jimmy, you were talking about that contract stuff the other day. Does the TV deal that came out, news of it, does that change anything?
You're asking the wrong person. I have no idea how much a TV deal is, what's it mean.
Did your agent tell you that the TV deal changed anything for you?
I don't know nothing about a TV deal. I just know that it's my contract and I got to play well. And I want to help win. That's all that I know. I love y'all. I swear. I don't know nothing else. I don't.
You know, Tibbs was talking about how he thought you lost weight over the summer, and he thinks you're better that way. What do you think about that, Tom?
I think he's right. I feel a lot better. You know, I was looking at it as when you see however tall I am, 6'7" and 3/4, 242 on that piece of paper before the game. That's intimidating. But you know, I'm not really worried about it now because I can hang with the biggest and the best of them anyway. So I'll take it being 230, 235.
How many pounds do you think you lost?
10. I was heavy, but so I'm lean now. So if you want to go in the boxing ring with me, let me know.
I'll think about it. Preseason, was it back-to-back still tough?
Not as tough. You know, nobody played heavy minutes, so I think everybody's ready to go.
Should you have gotten that Beal block shot at your old weight?
I would have still blocked that. Don't do no step back. No. I can still move, though. I'm good. I'm just getting old, man. I'm telling you. I'm 25.
You don't know what old is.
I do.
No, you don't.
Appreciate it, y'all.
We'll have plenty of Jimmy Butler throughout the season, and we'll be back in just a moment.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700
And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too.
That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski.
You know you should get to the Dirty Sock on alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. when I do my trivia game. They have great food, great drink, great people at 93rd and Roberts Road. It's a fun place. I've been going there for years. So start coming out on Thursday nights at least. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. We'll have fun. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Lindy's Gerties, a great place at 110th and Kedzie in Chicago with burgers, hot dogs, salads, chicken, steak, kids menu, shakes, floats, and soft serve. Everything you can imagine, a wide-ranging menu at Lindy's Gerties. We're back in the spotlight. It's the Paul Konerko episode. And one of the things that impressed me about Konerko in kind of going through his stats and his various achievements was his RBI reliability. Here's a guy who, well, you'll see the rank when we put it up on the screen, but very, very solid and continuously excellent RBI man. Just really strong with men in scoring position. And the go-to guy, certainly, even to a degree when Frank was here, because PK had the bat with Frank on base quite a bit. But certainly after Frank was gone, Paul Konerko was the go-to guy right up until 2013. And he talks a little bit about that responsibility, if you will, and a host of other things in this super wide-ranging finale interview here in the White Sox dugout.
Paul, you've always spoken very eloquently about this city of Chicago. What's it like to have been part of the sports landscape here for the last 16 years and to be an adopted Chicagoan?
Just lucky. I mean, a lot of guys have great careers in other sports, baseball, but to have a long career in this town is different than having it in some other towns. I'm not going to compare other cities and all that, but there's no doubt that you get more out of it here. You have a lot more fun with it. I think the people here are knowledgeable. I think they know their sports, and they know when they bump into you. You know, you get kind of intelligent feedback. And it could be when you're doing bad. It could be. I think they know the difference between a guy who's not going well, but just knows that the guy's doing everything he can do, and everything checks out. It's just not happening. Then the numbers are bad. This guy is brutal. Let's get him out of here. And I think fans can kind of read that here, and they know which ones are which. And I mean, certainly I've not always done well. There's been a lot of bad times, but I felt like I always got treated fairly by people, and it's just a good town. I mean, the summertime, when it's warmer, or when it's cold early on and all that, it's tough to get out of the house. And I know the winters for you guys was even tougher, but certainly when the summer hits here, I don't think there's a better situation. It's a clean city. People are behind you, and they treat you well. And I mean, there's so many interactions between people over the years. I mean, there's sometimes you're just sitting at a place by yourself, and you just get into a conversation with somebody, and it's just so many of those. That's to me, I'll remember a lot of all of those that you guys don't even know about. There's just so many of those little things that you sit there and you talk with people, and you just get the vibe on everything in the city. You just know. I mean, it's that's the one thing I won't. Like I said, I probably won't be in the game for a while. I'll be away, but at some point I'll definitely be coming back in for a weekend here or there, just for the city, because I don't know if I could go that long without coming back to the city.
Well, have you had a chance during the season to think about your personal journey in baseball and what it's been like from Little League all the way up through high school and then to the minors and then LA and Cincinnati and Chicago?
I think every player thinks at all times, like the things that you've had to go through to get here, and I don't think I'm any different. And certainly, this type of ending, you definitely have all those things in your mind about. I think for me, you just feel like I feel that I was going to have a successful career. I think I felt that from early on. Like I'm talking when I was in high school. Like I felt like there's no reason why I shouldn't play professional baseball. If I'm going to play professional baseball, there's no reason why I shouldn't be in the big leagues. And it wasn't easy, but I kind of felt like if I didn't have a career that was pretty lengthy and good in the big leagues, that I didn't max out with what was given to me. I felt like I had a chance to. I was very aware that I had a chance to do something early on. Maybe it was misguided. Maybe I was wrong for thinking that, but I just always felt that. So that's something you have to, deal with as you go, because there's a lot of struggles. There's a lot of, you have thoughts like that, and then you're hitting, 180 to halfway through an A-ball or something, and you're wondering, well, maybe I'm wrong about what I thought. There's a million of those along the way.
We'll have more Paul Konerko in just a couple of minutes.
I eat on the pasta twice.
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people, have a tremendous time at Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine. You'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. I suggested to Paulie that 2008 was a very memorable time, including that big Jim Thome home run.
5 straight days, and actually needed the Twins, I think, to lose 3 of them or something. That whole 5-day stretch was definitely it was something that you always remember, and I think I was telling that story the other day because with all the playoff stuff going on, but that stuff, it came up somehow. So
Burley's games,
the fight with the Tigers in 2000, that was a good one. There's actually a few bad moments we could mention with people coming on the field and all that, but we'll stay away from that. But you don't forget those. I mean, because again, we play so much baseball that you could talk about this great game and all that. We're like, it's all baseball. But when something happens crazy, then you're like, wow, look at this. Like, the fights in the stands, and that's what gets us excited as players. But if you're listening out there, don't run on the field. That's such a tough question. I hope I answered some of it, but there's so many of them. I mean, the truth is, if you brought up a game and said, hey, you remember this game from 2003 where so-and-so did this, there's a good chance I'd recall it. I wouldn't know all the details, but you do kind of remember everything. I mean, I can remember games I played in the minor leagues that had certain things that happened into them. So it's kind of like you don't remember what happened yesterday, but you can remember some stuff that happened a long time ago, and that's what makes it good. I mean, it's the stories that, at the end of the day, you walk out here with a bunch of stories, and you just keep the train moving. We got managers and coaches in there with stories, and I have stories. It's just everybody, that's how it, at the end of the day, the numbers and all that, it's great, and you have to earn a living, but what you take away from you is the stuff that's just all those memories of crazy stuff and the stories on the road, all that stuff. It's great.
Funniest teammate?
What's the plan for the week as far as games?
Hand's good. I can still feel it in there. It was a little sore today because I played those 2 nights in Detroit. Took a lot of swings and kind of a second-day soreness today a little bit. I think the plan is, be ready tonight off the bench, and then I think the next 3 days, go get them out. I don't know if, as far as I would think I'd play first, at least Sunday. That's kind of up to Robin if he wants to DH me or play first, but I think the next 3 nights I'm in there.
Last 2 questions, guys.
What's that?
Sunday, anticipate playing the entire game starting?
I will. I mean, at least a good chunk of it. Now, if something happens during that just seems right, like where, my second at bat I go deep or something, that might be the one. But if I hit a dribbler back to the mound, I'll probably stay in for another. But it doesn't really matter, I know, in the grand scheme of things. But that could play into it, just the flow of the game and what happens. I would definitely hope to play at least 2 at bats, but I'm not ruling out the whole game, and just see how it goes. But why not? I mean, we'll see. Again, this is the first time I'm going through this kind of stuff, but I'd say a good 2 or 3 at bats, but we'll see.
Paul, you showed publicly your feelings towards Jerry Reinsdorf after the World Series. What has he meant to you, and what he did for you in this organization?
Just how loyal he is. I mean, not just with my dealings with him, but just when you work somewhere for 16 years, as you guys have probably worked for your, companies and all that, you just get a feel for everything. You just got to know who's who and what's what and how it all goes. And certainly my dealings with him have been great, but those are really small in the grand scheme of things. You're talking over a couple times over a 16-year period where you actually have to come to a business situation and, hey, let's talk about this, and am I going to stay, am I going to go? Really, it's kind of a small part of the 16 years, but just watching how people in the organization, the employees, you see the same faces, how they're handled and all that. You just, you kind of take inventory on that, and you just sit there and watch, and it all comes from the top. It comes from him, the whole people underneath him and the people underneath them and all that. You kind of see, and I would say that, the whole entire place is the best part about it. Is it's like in today's sports, you don't see too many teams being run like a family-oriented thing anymore. It's a very corporately run, big business type of thing, and I've always loved the fact that it's not like that at all here. I mean, it's just very open door, very, you can walk in there, anybody can walk in there and sit down in his office and just chat with him if you want. It's not some big grand thing, and I've always felt comfortable with that. And the way he's treated people and stuff that you guys don't even know, how he's handled people that used to play here, used to work here, all that stuff. I mean, you just see that, and just, and then you have your own dealings with him that are good. You just, it's very lucky to have that type of thing. And, I'll always, the phone rings and it's him, I'm always going to pick it up and say, what can I do for you? There'll never be a time that wouldn't happen.
Thank you, Paul Konerko. See you next week.
The Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.